could stimulate some conversation if we.
Oh, for sure. What's up, guys? Welcome to Food Therapy with my girl Siobhan from Spark Up Kitchen. And our guest today is Carol Boston. So today we are preparing Mexican-style fish tacos, and Carol is going to be complementing our dishes today with Mexican-style or Mexican flavored, like not Mexican flavored, but a Mexican-style alcoholic drinks that kind of will complement what Siobhan and I are preparing today. So Carol, tell everybody, who you are and what you do. Share a little bit about that.
Siobhan, we're hearing all that. Turn your phone down. We're hearing all that.
Sorry. Okay.
There you go. Awesome.
Can anybody hear me on this side? So I'll just go back through that. We're live. It's not like so. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Food Therapy. Today, Siobhan and I are going to be preparing Mexican-style fish tacos. And we have brought our very special guest, Carol Boston, on, who's going to be doing Mexican-style liquor drinks to complement our dishes today. So, Carol, tell everyone what you're going like, who you are, what you do, and the couple of drinks that you were just sharing with Siobhan and I about like what you're going to do. And we're going to be playing a game, everybody. It's going to be never.
Hello, Jeff Atkins. There's my buddy.
And this is an adult episode of Food Therapy.
Jeff Atkins is in the house. He says, "Woot, liquor, what's up?" And Siobhan, Jeff was the gentleman last night drinking cinnamon whiskey and ginger.
Ah, yes. I showed up.
You'll see on my title, it's a little cut off. I'm known as the Queen of Reframe. I can help you reframe any challenge very, very quickly and give you the effective action steps to get you immediate results. I have been working to master empowering questions since 2015, and I use them with my clients. I teach on them. I teach Jeff some of them, and I use them with myself, actually. So I'm known as a business leadership coach. I'm really all about personal leadership. Yet majority of my clients have doubled and tripled the income in their business. So I kind of adopted a business leadership coach because that's what they kept calling me. So, people tell you who you are.
They really do. I love that, Carol. People tell you who you are.
Absolutely.
They do. Yeah. I have my clients reach back out to past clients and ask them specific questions. Because if you're, especially if you're trying to construct a new program, a new flagship offering, you don't want to make one that you like. You want to do something that's going to bring a solution to a problem that your ideal client has. Beverly's on that in the house. She said, "Yay, I made it. Hats off to all of you." How are you doing,
girl? So happy to have you today on Food Therapy.
I'm going to be making two drinks. One of them is going to sound like a typical Mexican drink. It's Carol's version of a margarita. And my version is different because it uses Bronzeron. The only place I've ever found it is Total Wine, so I don't know what you guys have up where you live. And then my second drink is going to be a rum swizzle, because you don't want something that's going to overpower the cumin and the cilantro. And did you know that not everybody can taste cilantro? Only super tasters can taste cilantro.
Right, and did you know that I just learned the other day that Ina Garten doesn't like cilantro, and she says it tastes like soap to her. What I think is that is a recessive gene, because I love cilantro.
Love it. That's why we're known as the super tasters. I had a good friend years ago, and she said the same thing. It tastes like soap to her. I said, that's a shame.
Do you know, it used to taste like soap to me. I hated it until I went to chef school in 2000. I hated it. And then all of a sudden we had to use it. And I don't know what it was, but I started using it and tasting it in dishes, and it did used to taste like soap to me, but somehow maybe I magically turned into a super taster. But now, I mean, I could eat that whole bit.
Beverly says, be careful allowing others to define you, though. Exactly. I mean, Jeff said that. And Beverly says, looks like things are getting a bit fishy. Beverly, wait till we get to Stephanie's game. It's going to be sketchy, to say the least. Kim, hello, Kim. All right, I'm going to get ready on my
Hi, Kim. All right. So thank you, Carol. So Stephanie and I, for the first time ever, we are independently making our own fish tacos. So Stephanie Stephanie has her recipe for how she's doing it, and I have mine and how I'm doing it, because we just thought it would be really fun just to focus on
Yeah.
Carol and the beverage, and because it'll be fun, and I want to hear how Stephanie's fish taco is, and I'll share with you what mine is. But I will share with you right now. So I went to my old alma mater, my old grocery store, Thrifty Foods, because I absolutely love their seafood department. And I bought some snapper, but they also had done in store a cod and prawn Mexican burger with chipotle and carrot. And so I'm going to fry that patty up with my snapper, and then it'll just crumble in the taco as well.
That
So
sounds absolutely amazing, Siobhan.
I'm really excited about that, and I've made a rub here. It's got cumin, and what else I put in it? I'm looking at my spices now. I put in cumin and smoked paprika and some chili powder and a little salt, and I don't know what else I put in there. That's it. And my dip has got my dressing. It's got cilantro, lime, yogurt, chipotle pepper. Like I buy the can of chipotle to put it in there.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
And I've got some avocado, and I'm cutting up some red onion to put on here as well. Then I'm going to pan fry my fish in a few minutes.
You want me to make some noise? Or you need to be on mute or make noise?
And
Make some noise. Make some noise.
All right, I'm going to make some noise. Just as
so
if
anyway, so I'll tell you guys about how mine, like okay, just let everybody know that I'm having a hard time hearing because my earbuds are very low, but they can hear me loud and clear. So if I'm cutting people off, I apologize in advance. But I'll tell you guys about how mine is going. So I've got cod, and what I'm doing an egg wash. And then I did an almond flour mixture with sea salt, cracked black pepper, garlic powder, cumin, red pepper. I've got onion powder, sea salt, cracked black pepper. So what I do is I take my piece of fish and I coat it with my egg wash, and then I coat it very generously in the mixture with the almond flour. And this makes it paleo, makes it very, very healthy. And as well, so what I did for my crema is it's just Greek yogurt with lime zest, nothing else. Greek yogurt with lime zest. I've got salsa, and the kicker, guys, and if you can get these, jicama wraps. That's going to be my shell, and I'm going to be doing mine in the air fryer. And when I do that, it's so crispy.
Yum.
So tell us about your drink, Carol.
I used Reposado Tequila.
Yeah.
I happen to like El Jimador. It's got 2.5 ounces of El Jimador. It's got about 1.25 ounces of Grand Garron.
Nice.
It's got 1 ounce of low sugar orange juice and 1 ounce of lime juice.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It is. It is beautiful color. Now, I'm an LSU Fighting Tiger. I played tennis at LSU. Yes. So I use my LSU cups. And you know what happened right before we went on the show? My LSU jigger, the LSU fell off. My LSU Tiger.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm gonna have to get a new one.
Uh-oh.
Or find Gorilla Glue. Maybe Gorilla Glue will work.
Mm-hmm.
I've had this for so many years. This sucker's made a lot of drinks.
So, Carol, I'd like to ask you, I know a lot of us pivoted online and started to do things online, and your cocktails with Carol, I think that spurred out of the pandemic, did it not? And wanting to gather community. Is that how your show started?
I went online because of the pandemic completely. I'm the girl who the last 2 or 3 years said, I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't want to have a Facebook group. I was that girl. Be careful how you speak, right? Because the subconscious doesn't hear the word not.
Exactly.
So everything I was doing to grow my business was offline. I'm the shake your hand, give you a hug girl, right? After 27 years of corporate America sales, that's what I was doing. Sometimes I would network 20, 30 times a month. And all of a sudden, I'm online and I'm like, I have no idea what to do. So what started was last May 31st, I decided I would show up in this group called Rise and Inspire Speakers. And once a month, he has Inspiration Week. And each day has a theme. And if you're in his group, you go pick your day and time and you get 30 minutes to go live and speak.
Yeah.
Now, I was so ignorant about Facebook Live. I didn't even know there was a comment or a chat. I was just praying it went live. So I go on there and I go live for 30 minutes. And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, I have a brand new client out of London because she saw the live. And I thought, there must be something to this. So I started trying to pay attention. Now, the queen of Facebook Live is Suzanne Evans. She made $2 million on Facebook Live the first 6 months of the COVID.
That's how actually Carol and I met.
Exactly. And I've been with Suzanne, several of her programs since 2015. So in September, she did a free challenge. And I remember the day she said, do Facebook Live swaps get so visible that people cannot see you? By the next day of the challenge, I'd already booked 13 of them. I'm like,
yep.
Do it. And so as a matter of fact, in January, as a matter of fact, when I started this show, I did a Facebook Live swap or a podcast every single business day of the month. It was booked.
Wow.
Absolutely booked.
Wow.
And so that's what started it. And then in early October was my very first one. And it was a lady named Trish Grimes out of Ireland. It didn't dawn on me how important this was until fast forward to December. And I'm sitting there eating lunch and a friend of mine says, hey, I'm going to go live. I've got this lady to speak, whatever. So I said, okay. So I show up and we were on Zoom, just like you, right? Some Facebook, some Zoom. And the speaker leans in and she says, could the people on Zoom tell us who they are? And so I got my turn and I said, my name is Carol Boston. And she leans in before I could say anything else. She goes, oh, you're the queen of reframe. I thought, how did you know that? How did you know that? And she said, you know how to do those empowering questions. And I said, once again, how did you know that? She goes, oh, I heard you on Trish Grimes' show. So for it to make that big of an impact after almost 3 months. And so that became a big piece of my brand, right? Table Talk with the Queen of Reframe. And so fast forward into January, remember Stephanie, Suzanne was saying, I remember that one of the very first things she said to me was, you're too buttoned up. You're too corporate. Okay, got it. She said, this is not a monologue. It's a dialogue. I think I've mastered the dialogue piece, right? Yes. And she said, you're funny. You need to be funny. And I said, I can't be funny just because you're telling me to be funny, right? that's how it started. And Carol's Courage to Confidence Corner, 3 C's. Carol's Craft Cocktails, 3 C's. Part of my brand is C to the third power. Carol's Craft Cocktail. Come, Siobhan. You got to come September, Bourbon Month. I've made my own craft cocktail, right? Carol's Craft Cocktail. So that's how I got started. That's how I got started.
Amazing. And, because I've just sort of seen you through Stephanie, and I know a little bit about you, and I've seen your show, but not able to comment for whatever reason. But I love that you're the queen of reframe, because I'm not the queen of reframe, obviously, because you are, but my tagline is I empower people to live a life of joy by helping them reframe the beliefs that are holding them back. So I'm a big reframer as well. And, especially when you said the subconscious doesn't hear not, because Stephanie and I are saying that all the time, right?
Yeah, we're always correcting one another on the show, because you got to be careful how you talk and which words you use, because you're right, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference.
That's right.
Let me tell you about the power of we create as we speak.
Yes.
So in August 2nd of 2018, I gave my very first 90-minute workshop at Kaiser University. The title of that talk was Leadership, Navigating a Successful Course in the Winds of Change. Fast forward exactly 1 year, I sold my house of 26 years, thought I was going to live there forever. God saw fit for me to move 9 times in 18 months while trying to focus on growing a business.
Wow.
I was living out the title of that talk, Navigating a Successful Course in the Winds of Change. Right. And so we really have to be careful as we speak. I was interviewed on a live LinkedIn interview today. Her name is Kim Welcome. How would you like to have your last name be Welcome? Right? That's her name.
That's awesome.
And
Welcome.
She does leadership coaching like I do. She does it in the corporate arena, careers in corporate. And she wanted me to talk to them about how they could change their mindset. And I gave a couple of client examples who've really adopted the thought, 2 things. They've reframed the fact that their full-time job, it's really their nighttime job. It's their nighttime job. And the second thing they've adopted is every day they go into work, several times a day, they say, I am so excited and grateful that they put their employer's name in there. right, is an investor in my breathtaking future.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
That's what we're creating together.
Wow, that's powerful.
Future. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was in my job, my desk job that I was blissfully laid off from in March of 2020, and I would go into my mind was, okay, God, universe. I know that there's a plan for me now. I've worked enough of these jobs that have taken me down physically and mentally that I got the hint. So what I need from you now is I need time. I need like a year and a half that I could just focus and get my stuff together and figure out what I want to do. But I couldn't figure out the how, right? I'm like, okay, well, I can't quit because then I won't have any money flow.
But you were telling yourself that.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling myself that. And I can't get laid off because, well, they just wouldn't lay me off. And then COVID hit and they laid me off. And guess what? I've now had that year and some to get my business off the ground. And my business is off the ground. And it just morphs and changes all the time. And I had to remember, and it's what I do to focus on my business going further, is I don't know all these hows. I don't know how all the hows are going to happen, but I remember the why. The why is so I can serve. The why, my why. And as long as I remember my whys, the hows are just taking care of themselves, because the universe has so many big plans, things that can happen that we have no idea about. I mean, I'm sitting here. Carol, where are you from again? Where are you in the States?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, you're in Florida. Stephanie's in North Carolina, and I'm in Vancouver. And if you had said to me, oh, so you're going to be hosting a cooking show and you're going to meet people from all over the place, I would have said there's no way. I wanted to have a cooking show 20 years ago, and I never thought that
Siobhan, that's because of what you had access to at the time. But what happens is when you start asking the questions, like, this is what I want, you're putting it out to the universe, and it's amazing how, you're then exposed to that which creates and brings that forth into your life, and then the how is presented. And it's the same thing happened for me. And I just started to execute. I started to fall, like meeting Carol on that live challenge, and then meeting you on another live challenge. Yeah. And then look where we are.
Well, yeah, it's about showing up, and people who listen to me or follow me will hear me say often, I believe that God only gave me a lamplight for my feet, because my job is just to take the next step and trust in the process.
Right.
So I was just speaking the other day, and someone had said to me, Carol, all those moves, all this chaos. And I said, I never labeled it chaos. But if you want to label it chaos, I believe that God will allow chaos all around us so he can strengthen our core.
Right? Yes.
And the chaos enables us to grow into, like, wow, if I can handle this and I can persevere through it.
Yeah. Well, when Carol says about the lamp, the light on the feet, I always talk about driving in a car at night and you've got your headlights on, and you got to drive 500 kilometers in the night down this road, but your headlights are only letting you see 200 feet in front of you. Maybe. So you just have to, exactly. You drive until you can see. And then once you can see more, you drive a little more, and then you drive a little more. And that, if you could see the whole road, I would probably turn back half the time if I knew what, because you have to be ready. You have to be ready for what's coming your way. And a lot of people, I find too, have these great big beliefs, but they're lacking the belief that they actually can achieve it, or they're worth it, or and that was my problem for a long time. I had all these goals, I had all these things, but my limited thinking was, well, you're not going to be able to do that. Nobody's going to listen to you. Who do you think you are? There's a lot of people out there who are funnier, who are more educated, who, just the list went down and down and down and down. And I think, and I know Stephanie knows this, but I don't think Carol does, when the pandemic hit and I started to watch all these people on TV suddenly broadcasting from their living rooms. And their living room was like my living room. Their kitchen was like my kitchen. they pivoted. I went, oh my God, these people are just normal people.
Right.
They're just normal people. And it opened my eyes to, oh my God, if Jimmy Fallon can sit at his kitchen table with his kids coloring and he's on national TV and they're throwing their artwork, look, Daddy, look what I did.
Life is always
You know what?
happening. Life is always
Yeah.
happening, and that is the beauty of people pivoting and becoming creative with still putting themselves out there. And I did want to address Beverly Zelmet. She says, tastes great, Carol. I'm a vegan, so no fish for me. So Beverly, what you could also do is use like stir fry up some tofu, make it really crispy, and or using black beans and season the black beans with the cumin and the cilantro and the garlic powder, sea salt, and cracked black pepper. So there's definitely still ways to do this.
Oh my gosh, yes, there's a ton of tofu. And I'm a vegetarian too, but I do eat fish every once in a while. And I am eating fish today because I just wanted to.
Not veg. I eat vegetables, but I'm not vegetarian. Nope.
Carol, I'm a meat eater, but I'm still selective. I mean, it's going to be grass-fed. It's going to be free range. I'm at least going to, try and choose that. It doesn't always happen. But
Tuesday night, we had our last board dinner. Our fiscal year ended. I'm on the board of the Women's Executive Club. And Capital Grill, honey, I had a filet mignon, medium rare.
I love Capital Grill.
It's awesome.
Yum. Yum.
Hey, Carol, you're our guest. This is putting you on the spot. You're going to start the game, girl. Start the game.
Okay. Tell me when I'm supposed to make my second drink too, but we have time. Go ahead. What's up?
You can make your second drink whenever.
Listen, this one is so good. I don't typically drink.
Yeah.
This is good. Who's Camille Tyler? Who's she saying you're spot on?
Camille.
Who's your tribe?
Again, Camille is our tribe. She's
a branding coach.
She's a rock star branding coach. She's a branding coach. Yes, she helped me with my branding and helped me, it really gave me that mental kick in the butt that I needed to get a Facebook business page going and a Facebook group going. She helped me navigate Canva, and she was really instrumental to me in getting my image, my branding out there. So, she's great. She goes live. Talk about someone who's going live every day and keeps going live every morning. She's got her morning marketing minute every morning, and she's on fire. She's helping a lot of people during this time who also have had to pivot and go online with their business. Yeah.
Before we play the game, one quick thing I want to say to Siobhan is the thing is, number one, visibility. Number two, it's about showing up. So I will tell you, in January when I started my cocktail show, we went about 35 minutes. There may have been a couple of people there. So there I am the third week. Beverly's one of my regulars, and I'm there the third week. January was champagne month, and I'm doing live, and I'm like, where's Beverly? She told me she'd be here. I was talking as if they were there.
Right.
I get off the show, and Beverly texts me. She goes, when are you going live? I said, I just did. She goes, no, you didn't. I said, I'm looking at the replay. She said, honey, you didn't go live on your page. Where did you go live? Oh my God. I went live on somebody's challenge page.
And probably got a whole bunch of new followers too.
And when I came back the next week, I said, don't worry, guys, those drinks are so bad. I poured them both down the drain. It's okay.
That's hilarious.
But what I was going to tell you, Siobhan, when you were talking earlier, and I see this with a lot of my clients, and I tell them, don't compare your chapter 1 with somebody else's chapter 37.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Comparison is always a losing game. It will always rob you of your joy. And I did a talk the other day. People say, I want to be happy. No, joy comes from the inside. Happiness is something you attract to yourself because you're joyful, right? From the inside.
I do a whole thing. We had a whole show on joy, and I had a whole program on the mistakes people make when trying to get happy. And the first thing is you don't get happy. You don't get. It's like you're not like you go to the store and you pull it off the shelf. And talking about the difference between living a joyful life and being happy or getting happy. I mean, happy along with joy is a state of being. You don't get to be happy. It's not like a reward. I mean, it is, but I don't look at it as like an award, but you get joyful by doing joyful activities that bring you joy in the moment. Dancing, cooking, singing, doing lives, if that's what you find joyful. though that's how you get joyful. And and another mistake people make is thinking their joy and their self-worth comes from everything that they do. Oh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Well, don't you take a rest day? Rest. I don't have time to rest. But people get their self-worth from all that they do, right? And like Abraham Hicks says, people are getting statues for all their hard work and sacrifice. You don't see somebody who's making $1 million with their corset because of, they listen to Inspired Action and it all came with ease. They don't have a statue for making money the easiest way possible or building a business with ease and joy.
You don't go to the gym one time and you're physically fit. You don't just put yourself, Michael Jordan didn't just do one, hoop and he was Michael Jordan. Yeah. It takes constant, consistent, being in that state of what it is that you want in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, and clarity is power, right? And there's power in choice. So what Siobhan is saying is, she's saying, when we own that we're choosing, only then can we choose something different. As long as we say the problem is out there, right? It's the boss, it's the COVID, it's the weather. We gave up our power and then we can't choose differently.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. All right, Stephanie, get us into our game, and then I'm going to make my next cocktail.
All right. I wish I could hear you guys better. This is. Ooh. But am I still too loud?
Nope.
You're good.
All right.
You can turn yourself up, honey. We want to hear you.
Well, I know, but you said I was too loud earlier, so I turned myself way down.
Go up a little bit. You're good. Jeff, are you still here? Are you still here? I need some comments over here from my crowd. Jeff, are you drinking yet?
Jeff, I'm having some wine. I'm with you, Carol. I thought I'm going to take one for the team, and I'm going to have a little bit of wine.
This is fun.
I'm choosing to wait till Saturday for my drinks.
2 days in a row, and this is even earlier than Wednesday's cocktail hour.
Oh my God! Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is. So give us a question, and then Steph, tell me where you are in relation to your fish, because I got all mine. Mine's all out.
It's got, I think, a little bit less than 1 minute.
Okay.
I can start assembling.
Wait. Oh, I better. How long does the show last?
Girl, we just go until whenever. We don't have a time ever.
Yeah, we usually run 45 minutes. We usually run about 45 minutes to an hour, and sometimes we've gone longer than an hour, but not usually. And I want to get to.
Beverly says she loves all of our energy. That's awesome, right?
Yay!
Thank you, Beverly.
It's great when three people, and like I said, Carol, I don't know you, but to have that, and that's again, you attract the people into your life who have the same mindset, have the same beliefs, have the same. That's why it's so easy to have a conversation, is because we believe the same thing. We have the same outlook. We have the same
core values, similar mindset, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm speaking of talking to the universe and putting myself out there and putting, just trying to manifest. I have been as well asking for, people to come into my life that share my similar core values, that radiate, that lit up for life attitude. And that taking ownership for their lives. And that's exactly what I've been getting the past, I'd say, year. It's amazing.
Yep. Are you going to give us a question there, Steph?
Yeah, give us a question, Carol.
Me? Never have I ever. Are we doing the game? Is that what you want, or you want a question?
Yes, never have I ever.
Never. Okay, and the rules are: if you've done it, you say nothing, or what do you do?
If you've done it, you just kind of sit here. If you have not, you raise your hand or.
Okay.
Or I haven't done that.
Never have I ever done recreational drugs.
What are we doing? Raising our hand that we haven't
done it. If you've not done it, because she's saying never have I ever done recreational drugs.
Right, I haven't.
If you've so she hasn't. That's why she was raised her hand. I haven't done that. Yeah.
So you two have, and I knew I would be the only one. So I'm good. I'm the anomaly everywhere I go.
Oh, my Lord. Well, I could tell you about the acid trips I did in my 20s. I only did 2, but man, and why I ever did it, I don't know, but pretty funny that I did.
I'm trying to do ayahuasca. Dying. DMT, dimethyltryptamine, and what that is one of those. You gotta look it up. It's ayahuasca. You can go to other countries where it's legal and do these ceremonies. But what it does, Carol, is it literally peels back and goes so deep within your subconscious and brings everything forward, dismantling blocks to whatever you need access to fulfill like some of your biggest dreams and passions. And I mean, it's not just a one-time thing. I mean, there's like a 3-day ceremony, but what I've understood, I've not done it, is that when you come out of that, it's like, wow, whatever was holding me back. Because so many, we don't even realize sometimes things that are subconsciously running the show.
Yep.
That we want this and we're trying this and we're just killing ourselves, but something we've not dealt with, and it dismantles it and allows you to whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
Vision from Mind Valley is talking about right now that he's been doing that.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I had a dream that Vision called me?
No.
This was a couple months ago.
That I had a dream that Tyler and I came to visit you and Graham up in Canada.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, well, that's going to happen.
I know.
Yeah.
Don, so
All right.
I'll let you go.
All right, I'm going to fill this tall
Must
glass
be
up.
going to
Somebody's frozen.
another. Never have I ever.
I think Siobhan's frozen.
All right.
No, she's good now.
No, I'm here. Woo. All right. And you're making your rum drink now, Carol, are you? I'm actually going to assemble one of my one of my tacos. All right.
All right, this next drink is called a rum swizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Rum swizzle. It's going to take 1.5 ounces. I get Kraken. I like this Kraken. Spiced rum.
Okay.
And the way you make this drink, it's called a swizzle because you put everything in the glass, and then you put a bar spoon, which I don't have with me right now, so I'm going to use something else, and you swizzle it back and forth like this until it frosts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yum. I like the sound of that.
So we got 1.5 ounces of spiced rum. We've got an ounce of light rum.
Oh, I forgot my avocado.
It calls for falernum. Falernum is very hard to find.
Falernum.
Yeah, it's really.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Look it up. It is not easy. What happens is most people make their own falernum at home. And as I began to read the recipes, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to substitute a little bit of amaretto.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God, have you got yours assembled yet?
I've almost got it assembled here. Hold on one sec. I'm going to take a picture of it in a minute.
I am so excited. Mine looks so
Beverly,
good.
you'd like this drink. I need somebody here to drink this drink because it's going to be too much sugar for me, but it's got pineapple and orange juice in it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is a lot of sugar, but does sound delicious.
All right, I just got to take a picture. Oh, my cilantro garnish. Hold on one sec. Let me just.
Actually, I may need to get a bigger cup. I think I'm going to get a bigger cup.
Oh my God, my fish turned out amazing.
Okay, I've got it. Never have I ever. Okay, hold on. Here's one for us. Never ever have I told a parent to F off.
I've never done that.
No? Okay, I'm the anomaly then.
You're alone, girl.
Yeah, I am. I've told one of my parents to F off before in my teenage years when we weren't getting along. Have you ever told a parent that you hated them?
No.
Okay.
My mama and I used to argue. She wanted to curl my hair to go to church. And I was such a tomboy when I was a little girl. We would fight every Sunday morning.
Do you have smell-o-vision? I need smell-o-vision.
She finally gave up. Trying to well, I'm gonna take a bite of this.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to think of something. Never have I ever.
Here you go. Look how pretty this is.
Oh, I love that color. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, these tacos are so filled.
I want one.
Wraps, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Tacoma wraps are
I'll,
they're
I'll,
so
trade, I'll trade
crunchy.
you a drink for a fish
Oh my
taco.
God.
This is. I also added Angostura bitters to this, and it really, really.
Oh, I love bitters.
And
Nice.
that's the piece that's going to really take that fish taco to the next level.
Mm-hmm. It really is. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Never have I ever had a vacation fling.
I've
Oh.
never done that.
Hell! What the hell?
Listen,
I need to get out with.
I'm going to be the virgin in all of these things. Just I knew this was going to happen.
All right. And Stephanie, you've had a vacation fling?
What?
You've had a vacation fling, Steph?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I had a vacation fling. I was 14 years old. I was back when I went to church when I was a little kid. We went to this Christian camp called Fishnet. We didn't have intercourse. But Heather and I hooked up. But that was like the first time I was on vacation, with my church youth group. And this guy and I, really liked each other. We wound up, hanging out and making out and stuff. But that was about the extent of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a good one.
Okay. Uh-oh.
All right, let me say. Hold on. Do I really want to say? Okay. Never have I ever been arrested.
I've never been arrested.
I've never been arrested. I've had the cops come to my house, but I've never been arrested.
Well, let me tell you, I was arrested. I was speeding. I used to get pulled like it was my job. That's one of my chapters in my autobiography. It's absolutely hilarious. And my life. Okay, so let me explain something to you. I used to talk my way out of tickets. I never had my driver's license on me. God knows where my registration was. I would jump out of the car. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. Please don't give me a ticket. Please, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ma'am, do you realize you were speeding? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't give me a ticket. Please, sir. What is where's your driver's license? Oh, I don't have it. I don't have my blah, 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 blah. I would spout off my driver's license. Never knew where my registration was. And so and finally, okay, ma'am, just please slow down. Well, that happens enough because, like I said, I used to get pulled like it was my job. So for every time, like 7th, 8th, 9th time I'm getting pulled, I'll get a ticket. So that does add up. If you're always getting pulled, it's like sales. You keep asking questions until you get a yes. You get no 7 no's till you get a yes. So anyway, so I was driving home from my massage therapist, and we were smoking pot. And I was coming home. Brad was out of town. I was driving his vehicle, and I get pulled for speeding. And the guy comes up, and of course I don't have anything on me that to verify who I am. And I go through my spill, and then he comes back to the car, and he goes, "Then we'll have to ask you to get out." And I thought, and I had not been drinking alcohol. I hardly ever drank back then. And he said, and so I thought he thought maybe I'd been drinking because I was, I'd smoked some marijuana. And he goes, "Seth, hold your arms out." And I went to do this, thinking and he goes, I bawling. But I'm in South Carolina. I had a North Carolina license. Come to find out, what happened was I had acquired, notice the word, 12 points in 3 years from speeding tickets.
Oh.
And my license had been suspended, but unbeknownst to me, because I was so irresponsible in my 20s, I didn't forward my mail. So when the revocation letter went sent to my address, it didn't get forwarded to where I was in Myrtle Beach. So it was so hilarious, though, y'all, because you'll have to read my book for the rest of the stories, but just tell you that when he was taking me to the station, he's like, "Listen," he goes, "I wasn't even going to give you a ticket. I was going to let you go with a warning. But when your license came up suspended, I had no choice because you're in another state." He felt right. They treated me like a damn queen in the jail. I was like the only one there. It was like December in Myrtle Beach. They were like, and when I left, after somebody came to bail me out, when I left, they were all like, "Bye, Steph." At the jail.
That doesn't surprise me. You were deep for Freakin'-licious back then, right?
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
In a good way.
Oh my God.
Ask us a question, Siobhan. It's your turn.
Okay. Let me think. Never have I ever lied to get out of a date.
I'm pretty good about just saying no. So I'm not.
Carol, you are hilarious.
Well,
Okay.
let me tell you, in answer to your earlier question, I was 50. Hold on. I'm 60. I'm going to be 62.
Oh my God. I thought you were barely 50.
Oh, no. I'll be 62 in September. I'm trying to count. Hold on. So when I was about 53, 54, very toxic relationship. And I'm like, upstairs, I'm like, look, leave me alone. And she just came down the stairs at me. I mean, very verbally abusive in my face. And I got to the end and I turned around and I said, fuck you. I had never said that to anybody in my entire life. I've never flipped the bird to anybody. And she looked at me and she goes, fuck me. I said, is that what I have to stoop to get your attention? And I got to tell you right now, it took me forever to forgive myself for that. And that's probably a pride issue, right? Because I was carrying this pride that I had never done what everybody else did. So all in all, it was a good humbling experience. But yeah, there's just a lot of things people have done that I just haven't done. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, you're a joyful person, and I'm carrying on with you. But I mean, we could really get, you know.
Oh, I'm waiting for your deep question, Stephanie. I know. Because it's Stephanie, right?
Well, Carol, it's your turn. Carol, it's your turn. These are amazing, guys. These are so damn
I know.
delicious.
I'm having another one right now.
I want one. Dang it.
I know you do.
Yeah. Smell-o-vision, taste-o-vision. If you had taste-o-vision.
That's right. Now, Carol, do you have another question for us?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't have one.
Okay.
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever had sex in the back seat of a car. You guys are making me look like I'm an angel, but I'm really not. I'm just different.
I know.
All that sex in the back of a car, front of a car, on a car.
On a car.
Yeah, on a car.
On the ground next to the car. I got a good one.
Okay.
Never have I ever had a threesome.
I've never had a threesome.
I got invited to do a threesome.
Steph, was it 2 women and a man or 2 men and you?
I'm gonna keep.
Oh, wait, no. You brought the question up.
You asked the question, my friend.
Details. There's no judgment here.
Oh, I know that, and I'm not ashamed. I've been with all of the above.
I knew it. I knew she was going to say that. I knew it.
I've been with
Okay. So, what was the best experience? 2 women or 2 men?
Oh, 2 men.
Really?
But yeah. Hold on. No, I've never been with 2 women. I've been with a woman and a man at the same time, and then.
That's what I meant.
Guys.
Yep. I'm with
you.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. I thought you meant like just me and 2 girls.
Listen, I can't believe that nobody's commenting right now. Where are you, Beverly? Where are you, Camille? Where are you, Jeff? Come on, Kim. This is a great conversation.
I was invited to a threesome with a friend of mine and her boyfriend. They invited me, but I said no because I had a boyfriend and he wasn't there. So I didn't want. It felt like cheating. It probably would have been cheating. Of course, it would have been cheating. He wasn't involved. So, and then she said, "Well, just come and watch." And that made. Then I just felt like a voyeur. I was like, I really don't want to watch. I mean, I kind of did want to watch, but I didn't want to watch.
One of my corporate boss's husband wanted me to have a threesome with him and his wife. I'm like, are you crazy? Wow. Number one, she's my boss. Like, have you lost your freaking mind? And I will never forget on a Halloween, they loved decorating for Halloween. And so he kept coming on to me, and I kept saying, no, we're not going to do this. And so I was the photographer out front. They had all the kids and the Halloween stuff going on. And he said, take my picture. So I get like this to take his picture. And he bends over and pulls up his black cape. He had no drawers on. Oh. I had blackmail photos. Trust me, I kept those blackmail photos for a long time.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody's commented. I think whoever is watching maybe is a little bit shy and going, "Oh, I ain't gonna comment on this."
Come on, Beverly, you are not
Yeah,
shy.
come on, Beverly.
And wait, Jeff Purdue Atkins, you were telling me all of your sexual escapades last night on my cocktail show. Where are you today?
Yeah, see, like I'm coming out about a lot of stuff in my autobiography, so I'm a little bit more reserved about what I'm willing to share.
Understood.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
yum. How are your drinks, Carol?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. When are you coming to Florida? I'll cook for you. I will bake you my Southern chocolate bourbon pecan pie
Oh my
that
God.
sounds amazing.
that I typically sell during the holidays, and I sell out every year.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
I'm actually looking for a connection. I would love to sell the recipe.
Mm.
Oh my God, girl.
Yeah.
That's right. You said that on your CCC,
Yep,
Craft Cocktails with Carol.
that's right. I have said that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a connection there, and I'm looking for a connection. I even asked our waiter at Capitol Grill the other night to try to figure out who I could talk to sell my Carol's Craft cocktail. It goes great with steak. Let somebody buy it from me and make money en masse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Well, let's
It's
figure
That really
it out.
does.
We got to figure. How are your tacos, Siobhan?
Hmm?
Can you
How
tell
are your
she's
tacos?
open?
My tacos are delicious.
Yeah.
I've got to
We'll
stop
post
eating
the
now.
recipes to both, and you as well. Send us the recipe for your drink so we can put this all together.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we
for
want to do
sure.
another round of Never Have I Ever.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do another
yeah.
one. Come on.
Siobhan, it's your turn.
All right. Never have I ever. I already did one about lying. Never have I ever thrown up in the boys' bathroom.
Did you get lost, honey?
No, so the story behind this, at first or second year university, and we went on a brewery tour back when they'd do brewery tours in university, and they'd take us and we'd tour a brewery. And my friends and I thought, now we didn't do the math, but we just said, we're going to drink a beer every 10 minutes. Which, if you do the math, every 10 minutes, that's like 6 beer in an hour.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't remember much about that brewery tour, but I do remember getting back to university, and I needed to go on a bus, and I needed to go to the first available toilet. So I ran into the rink. My university had a skating rink. I ran into the rink. I ran to the first bathroom it was, and it was a guy's bathroom. And I was there. They had to call my sister to come pick me up. And she was looking everywhere for me. And they said, oh, no, she's in the boys' bathroom. And yeah, so I was throwing up in the boys' bathroom at, not one of my finer university moments for sure. So, okay, so I'm the only one that has thrown up in a boys' bathroom. All right, great.
In a boys'
I've
bathroom.
thrown up plenty of places, but not in a boys' bathroom.
Just got to put that in there. I have thrown up at a lot of places.
Just not there.
All right. We got to get Carol on something here.
Yeah, we got to get Carol on something. How about this? Never have I ever been blacked out drunk to where I don't remember anything.
I remember some things, but I don't remember the most of it. So I'll say, yes, I've done that. Oh, wait, I got to keep my hands down.
Then you keep your hands down. We got Carol.
It was Halloween.
Yeah.
I was sharing an apartment. My roommate was a makeup artist for actors and actresses, and my hair was slicked totally back black. I was Dracula. You would have never ever recognized me. It was incredible. And I had a date with this guy named Steve, and we go to the first party. They started doing beer funnels, right? They pour the beer down the funnel. All I know is I woke up in my bed the next morning and I had all that makeup. I had everything still on. Like, I remember him taking me to my apartment, put me in the bed. I'm like, just don't touch me. Just leave me alone. Like, yeah, that was a rough night. It took forever to get that crap out of my hair. She used Vaseline to slick my hair back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I washed for a week.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh, one of my stories was on my birthday. There was a place called the Long Branch Saloon. It was within walking
I've heard of
distance.
that. That's in Raleigh, North Carolina, Long Branch. I used to do bikini contests there.
Well, I didn't get
In
to see
Raleigh,
it.
North Carolina?
No, I'm
Never
talking
have I ever done a bikini contest. Anyway.
I don't even own a bathing suit. Why do you think they call me Casper, right? I'm just
You're a goon. I love you, Carol. You're fabulous.
So it was within walking distance. I don't even remember. So we got back to the dorm. I'm in my bed. I was sharing a dorm room with a swimmer. I was a tennis player at LSU. She was a swimmer. And the next morning I hear the phone ring and I'm like putting the pillow over my head. Like she's tapping. Her name was Chris. She's tapping me. It's your dad. I'm like, what the hell? I got to talk to my dad. I'm like, no. Had to talk to my dad. Then I had to get up, get in a van with all of the tennis players. We were going to go get some medical clearance done. I'm in the front seat holding on like crazy to the door handle so I don't throw it. I'm like, why am I in the front seat with the coach? I'm like, I'm so sick. I didn't do that again.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I years ago, probably 2016. So not old enough, so I really should have known the difference. But I did a no wine November. I took a month off of drinking altogether, and then 2 days later was our staff Christmas party, and where I just went from no alcohol for a month to full on doing shooters at the bar. Doing the tequila, doing it. I guess I was on the mic. I was the MC for the night, and I just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But the thing was, I had to work the next day, and I was so hungover. Now, luckily, I was a department manager, but of a very small department, so I could disappear. And so I went up to a meeting room. Like our managers all had one office. Like all I needed was a place to lay down. And I remember we had this boardroom / kitchen area, which was closed off, but I had a key. All the managers had a key to it. And I went into this little room and I laid on the floor and I could hear them paging me like vitamins and more, telephone line 1, and I could not get up. And so finally, I went to my boss, and I got along really great with my boss. At about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the store manager and the assistant manager were in his office. And I walked up and I'm holding the door and I said, I need to go home. And they both started laughing and they were like, we were just taking bets because we couldn't believe that you were still here.
Oh,
they said, you do know you're a little green. And I'm like, I feel a little green. And they gave me kudos for staying so long. But the fact that they knew it and they didn't call me out on it, but they were just like, what took you so long? Like, you could have gone home 3 hours ago. But my ego was so invested in being this person who was feeling so good. But I was out, and that's probably one of the worst hangovers that I've had, where I've had to go to work and be functional.
I'm telling you, when I literally back in my 20s, I didn't drink. It would be once or twice a year, like New Year's or Halloween, and I would drink 3 to 4 maybe, and I would be so sick from alcohol poisoning that I would wake up at 4 in the morning and I wouldn't even be able to sip water till like 6 p.m. the following day.
Oh, wow.
And I would dry heave. I mean, that's how sick I drinking alcohol. And then my 30s is when I started, drinking more and drinking with my friends and, have an experience.
Beverly says she's got to go meet with a client. Great job, ladies. Thank you, Beverly.
Yeah. We're actually heading into an hour right now, so we should probably wrap it up as well.
That's what's fun. I think we had some good shit that we revealed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can I invite myself back again?
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Next month is Champagne Month, or whatever. If you decide you're doing something, August is a smorgasbord. We're going to do all kind of fun things. But September is Bourbon Month. You can do barbecue. Lots of stuff. So.
Yum. Absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know who's on our schedule for next month. But we don't, because we're doing this. We're bringing a guest on once a month. But Carol, I love that. Hey, and listen, on a very serious note, though, I need to have you back on Empowered Conversations. My podcast has really evolved into more like really deep. You know, I don't know if you watched the one with Edna and I yesterday.
Yes.
And yeah,
I
and
thought it was kind of comical that y'all were talking about me at the beginning, and you were like, I gotta have Carol back. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then they were talking about me at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, food therapy.
Where the book ends.
So, yeah, and I'm liking where it's going, because these are passions and desires and dreams of conversations that I've wanted to put out to the universe and have with people, because the awareness of certain things the paradigm around it needs to shift. And the only way it's going to do that is to have these conversations and plant these seeds.
I'm happy to support you. I'm happy to support you. Just let me know when to show up.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Yay!
We'll be posting
this has been so much fun.
Yes, it's been amazing.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you, everybody, for joining on another exciting food therapy show.
Thank you for having me. Send me
Carol. Here, Carol, hold on. We'll be right out.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.